Hey, welcome to Credit Makes Sense with Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista, where we talk about money, credit, and everything in between. Today, we're helping a partner make sense of apartment rentals, landlords' rights when it comes to pulling credit reports and all of that good stuff. So if you are in the rental market, got some questions on what landlords can and cannot do when it comes to your credit, this is definitely the segment for you. For those of you who don't know me, again, I'm Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista. I own M&H Financial Services, where we help women and couples over 30 to create custom credit solutions so they can crush their financial goals. I also own the bomb.com, amazing online financial empowerment school, Credit on Fire Academy, where we teach our members how to master their money, destroy their debts, soar their credit scores so they can begin leveraging it to create wealth. If you're on Facebook, I'm going to leave the link for you to hop on over to my free community, Credit Makes Sense, where we talk all things finance, money, credit, home ownership, investing, insurance, and so much more. All right, let's rock. I'd like to bring up your questions, read them verbatim, so I don't forget anything. All right, so here we go. I'm currently renting an apartment, and I know my credit is not on point. I'm trying to decide which credit report to give the landlords, and even can I even do that? Can I decide which credit report to give them? Also, I'm not understanding why a landlord would want to check my credit report every single time. How is this affecting my credit? Please help. All right, let's get to it. Yes, landlord is going to check your credit. I will not rent anything without checking anybody's credit. If you are applying, it will be checked. Which credit report they're going to take, I've only literally had one person, a family member, who said that the landlord wanted them to bring them the credit report from whatever. And I forget where we pulled it from, but that just shocked me. I want to pull the credit report. I want to also do a background check. I want to see what's going on. If you have any evictions, if you have incurring late payments, are you in bankruptcy? How's your past relationship been with long-term, with past landlords? I mean, I've had landlords ask to see where you currently live. They call up your landlord. They want to see what's up. Point being, this is an investment for us. And some of you may be dealing with like large apartment complexes that has a full property management suite and all that good stuff. And others of you guys are dealing with people who have moved and are renting out their primary home, people who are just starting off in the investment rental, maybe only have like 6 under their belt, probably even 3 investment properties. So they're kind of new to this. Most importantly, they have bills, and then they want this investment that they have put their money in and time in and manpower in and all that good stuff. They wanted to get a return. They wanted a return on their investment. They need you to pay your rent so that they can start meeting the taxes, insurance, possibly even mortgage payment on that, while in addition getting some type of income so that they can start crushing their own personal goals. So they need to check your credit, and more than likely they're going to pull it. I personally would not accept a credit report that somebody brought me as a landlord, and I'm not taking a tenant that does not want me to pull their information. Who's going to pay for it? You're going to pay for it. It's some landlords will pay the price, but I don't. So that's going to be up to you. But you being able to decide what you want to give the landlord is probably going to be very slim, unless you're getting with somebody who doesn't want to pass on that expense to you, or they don't want to pay for it as well. Another thing you asked me is, can they check your credit? Absolutely. You're applying for theirs, so they can ask to check your credit. They can't just check it without your permission, so they can check your credit. Basically, it's not one of the things you asked me, is it going to be the same type of credit report? Depends on where they pull it from. If we pull it from, where can we pull it from? We can pull it from anything. Experian has a rental credit check place. There's a ton of different tenant screening companies out there that also pull your credit report, either from a bureau or like all 3 into what we call a tri-mortgage report. There are some that sell the credit report with the background check, with an eviction record check and all of that. That's the one I get. I want to know everything. So there's so many different ones out there, but it really depends on what information that they want from you. You have to fill out a form to actually agree for them to pull it, pay for it, all of that good stuff. Everything that we do is online. And basically you get a link, you go in there, you do what you got to do, and then it pops out all of that from us. Let me make sure I got your other questions as well. I already answered why this is an investment. We want to make sure that it gives us a good return on our investment. And that's it. I know it's a little bit nerve-wracking, especially when your credit isn't on point. Once you are accepted into an apartment, this time I would take that year's lease to get yourself on point, so that when you do move, whether it's into your own home that you will be paying a mortgage on, or into another apartment, that your credit is not something that's going to make you nervous or stand in the way. You have 12 months from the date of acceptance to the date of expiration. Make it happen so that you're in a better financial position. Otherwise, what we do to compensate for the fact that your credit may not be on point based on the data that is in your credit report is charge you a much higher security deposit, first and last month rent. That adds up. People are having to come up with like $5,000 to move, and that's not even moving their furniture. That's just in first month's last month security deposit. That, you know, because we have to shelter ourselves from that risk of you potentially billing out on us. And this is not you particularly. This is like everybody. This is what your landlord is thinking. It only takes us to get one bad tenant for us to start putting risk measures in place to protect ourselves. Otherwise, our financial house can start to crumble down. And that's the last thing we want personally. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. If you guys have suggestions for our partner, definitely put it in the comments. And kind of let her know and give her some more tips. That would definitely be helpful. I would also suggest either scheduling an appointment with me or hopping into our Credit on Fire Academy and really taking the measures to start getting back on track overall financially. I mean, credit is such an integral part of your life. Managing your money is your life, okay? Because everything you need, desire, want is based on the amount of income that is bringing on as far as tangible things and living expenses and all that good stuff. So I'm going to leave the links for both down below. And again, if you have any questions, I did email you and let you know that I'll be answering your question today. Then please let me know and I will address them there. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And I will see you next time. Chat soon.